Hey guys, Marsingin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, I did mention in a previous video that I was going to do this at some point, but I want to try out the Piccolo Jr. on the Android 17's team over here. Piccolo Jr. of course is on target Goku. Wow, what a turn this is for Ki. I guess I could do this first, I suppose. Yeah, Piccolo Jr. is on target Goku, so he is on the team with the dual 17s. They don't share a ton of links, right? So it's not like a rotation that we want to run, but it'd be an interesting showing for this guy, right? Because Piccolo Jr. definitely is very, very good, right? One of the better TURs out in the game at the moment. But most of the time when we use him, we're using him on like a 200% lead. So I thought it'd be interesting to see how good he's going to do on this team. Because one of his best extreme link partners are the Metal Coolers, and they are on target Goku as well. So he doesn't link very well with the 17s, but the strategy that we're going to try and go for here is to have one of the Super 17s fuse, but then even if we do have the possibility to do so, we're not going to fuse the other one. And then that way we can have a rotation of the two of them together. They share 6 links when they're able to link by one of them being fused, so that should work out quite nicely. The AGL Super 17 is really only here to kind of facilitate links for the STR 17s before we get them paired up and fused. I mean, obviously he can still be viable in some of these events, and against Cell I thought this one would be a good one to do because it's fairly long. I think he has Ki Blast Super at the end as well, so you could potentially see the absorption, but the final phase is also STR, so it means AGL Super 17 will be able to hold his own a little bit there as well. And then of course we have the Gero and Dr. Mew, who I'm still not super impressed with their performance overall, especially because, you know, you really need to be fighting a Goku if you want them to be really good. But they do greatly raise defense on Super, and we get a double Super here. But more importantly, the reason why they're on the team is because they are a direct support unit for target Goku. So that means they will be giving support to Piccolo Jr. Because obviously, you know, if you can get your supports that only support extreme types, they're kind of few and far between. I did think about bringing the AGL LR androids, but they're not the best, especially when you're not against a super type enemy. So I figured it was probably best to do this. So we're gonna let you. Oh wow, really? The friend is Rainbow. I was like, wow, Rainbow 17, and then yeah, he's all level 1 links. Come on, people! If you're gonna pull multiple copies of the new Dokkan Fest, we're how many days after their release? You got to link level them. Come on. All right, so we're getting the support from the previous turn. Now, considering my Piccolo is only 55%, he is at 240k defense here. He is going to get a buff when he gets hit in slot 1 here. And because this is the first turn, he does have the extra chance to additional super. So he's already throwing out a 5.8 on turn 1, which is pretty good. Because again, remember, he's only getting the 170 lead from the STR 17s. So obviously I'm not expecting this to be absolutely insane, like peak showing from him, but that's still pretty good so far. Now, unfortunately, I should have probably put Physical Metal Cooler in slot 1, but I wanted Piccolo to get the buff. Because the more he gets hit, the quicker, like, the more he'll build up, and I kind of need him to be built up sooner rather than later. So, plus remember, these guys infinitely stack attack, so we want them to attack as many times as possible before we get to the very end. So, what's your types of 8th anniversary? Which LR do you want? In terms of when the anniversary stuff comes out, man, it's hard to decide because aesthetically, I love the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Like, I know a lot of people aren't like crazy about the actual unit, but like I love both of those forms. I love their super attacks. Like, I think they are super cool. So obviously I do want to get both, but like if I had to pick which one I was going to end the anniversary with like more copies of, because I mean obviously I will summon until I get at least one for both of them, it would be the GT one, just because they're so good, right? They make World Tournament Goku so much better because their revival so easy to get. That when you stand by into the Super Saiyan Vegeta, you get the massive like attack support buff. Like that's going to be really funny on some teams, like giving people that massive support boost. So I think that unit, it's kind of ironic. It's like that's the unit that I care about the least because it's like base GT Goku, who I could not care less about. And then Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, I like Vegeta. But yeah, the other unit is like, that's awesome to me, right? Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. The only way that unit could be better was if they were both Super Saiyan 3, but obviously they don't really do that for Vegeta unless it's random like non-canon or like hero stuff. How many orbs do I need to get for you for your 2-turn support? It's only 3, right? Yeah, 3. So that means I can grab this for you, and then oh, perfect. These drop down and we get these. Yeah, that's right. We summon it on anniversary. Now I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and it kind of is a valid strat for global, like if you're free to play or you don't spend very much, to actually unironically skip the anniversary and save for the worldwide celebration. Because unfortunately, until they make some changes, and I don't know if the only way this will get fixed is if they do ever sync the games up, but the worldwide celebration units don't come back for like 11 months. So if you miss out on them, you have to wait ages for them to come back. And this Piccolo and the 23rd World Tournament Goku will be on those banners as well. If you don't get the anniversary units in July, they come back on a banner in December. So even if you don't summon on that banner, you can get them with red coins, like, you know, 5 months later. Whereas if you don't get the worldwide units, you have to wait 11 months for them to come back. So it's quite the wait. I think it was the year Buhan and Vegito came out, I only pulled 1 copy of each of them, so all the new hard content that came out between like then and the anniversary, all the stuff that came out in between, different Super Battle Road stages, because back then I think they were still releasing them in batches. I had them at 55% for basically a whole year. And it's like, it would have been so good if we could actually get you know, the more copies of them a bit earlier. So we're going to be able to keep stacking attack with the 17s. I mean, ideally I need someone to take some damage so we can actually get the potential to fuse, but waiting for Super Saiyan 3 Raditz and Nappa. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Nappa with his beard, that's what we need. It's funny because with the stuff that we've been seeing released this year, I know they don't really ever have the hero stuff be related to the stuff that released during the year. But like, you think about the 17s that fuse into Super 17 came out. We just had a new Turles. Like, imagine if the heroes units this year, we have the Timebreaker mask Super 17 and the new form. It's called like Evil Saiyan or something, like Evil Saiyan Turles, where he basically has like Super Saiyan 3 hair. Brainbuster! Yo, shout out to Jaren R for becoming a channel member. He says, can you do the Piccolo Junior team versus Cell Max event? I mean, I did do a video for it, but I can certainly have a look and see, because the team structure probably has changed like a little bit. But, okay, so this is a pretty good turn. Piccolo on 400k, and he's only going to raise that even more as he super attacks. That's very good. We are still at a point, though. Metal Cooler could definitely get caught by a super. God damn it. Also, yeah, bringing Rakuman Guldo on the team, I thought it would be a good idea to have them. They don't really provide support, but like they can guard, so they're like a sort of okay addition to the team, but they're not really providing anything, and they don't really share like key links with anyone, so not exactly the best performance. They do get a lot of extra defense by supering as well, so not getting supers with them is not ideal, but you know, they're just on the team. Yo, Martian Vegeta, how's it going? 8.6. Look at that. There's a 55% Piccolo Jr. on a 170 lead team. So, yeah, maybe he is the answer that I've been looking for to why this team has not been performing very well, right? Or at least for me. Rakuman Guldo, not so much, unfortunately. But although we are in a situation now where, yet again, we have stunned Cell, which means we are not going to be getting any damage this turn. I need to not get same type. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't want to get... Problem is, I don't need to not get same type orbs because of the healing, because I'm on full health, but The problem is, the more same type orbs I get, the closer we get towards the Dokkan attack, which then means I would get a full heal. So I need to, like, take damage so that we can actually fuse. I guess that is counterproductive. I thought Cell would be a good one to do because of the length of the event, but then I forgot that you can stun him for, like, most of the event. So we're not getting the opportunity to get our attacks in here and actually take some damage. I only need to take like one random super and drop below 70% HP because we are, you know, easily enough turns into the event now. But yeah, it's not quite playing out the way I had expected. So we'll do this, we'll do this, and there we go. We can still get the supers for everybody. He's unstunned now, right? Yeah, perfect. Super. I really need him to, because the problem is, Piccolo Jr. could just stun him again. So, ideally, I really need him to super attack, like, Metal Cooler here, because I don't think he would kill him. There we go. He's not going to kill him, right? Yes, there you go. Now, if Piccolo gets the stun, now we're going to be in business, because it means we're perfectly safe for the rest of the turn. There we go. And now we're going to be able to fuse. The 17s can get some extra attacks off here as well. Get their attack stacking on the go. So this is working out quite well. We still have what? Is there 2 phases after this one? The only problem, of course, again with the stunning, is that we ideally do want Super 17 to get hit a whole bunch of times after he's fused. But what can you do? I guess really I have to transform them, right? Because if we don't get them transformed, then we're not going to get the you never know if we're going to get the transformation by the next turn, right? If I leave it in extra rotation, I might not have enough HP, or I might have too much HP, I should say. Especially because Metal Cooler is giving us heals as well, like every turn. So taste the power of the ultimate android. Alright. So do you get, oh yeah, you have all your links with the with this 17. That is pretty good. So if I do this, I'm not going to get the Dokkan attack this turn. So we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Actually, there's no point. I was going to say actually give them a super attack for once, but we are going to die. Not die. He's going to die, I should say. So a top 10 video, by the way. I don't go for reprints. Wait. My top 10 list? Wait, who are we talking about? How did Global get top grossing with the Super 17 banner? I mean, honestly, it's probably people stocking up on stones for the anniversary. Not to mention the fact that the... like, people want to give all of the credit to, like, those keys and everything. But, I mean, the thing is, like, those key packs... I talked about it in my video, right? Like, the key packs were only, like, $5. You know, the link level keys did come out again for the month, but like Golden Week had way more sales. The difference is, I think, is just that like nothing is going on in any other games. So yeah, he always super attacks in slot 1. God damn it! I would have quite liked to have Metal Cooler's super available, revive available for the final phase, but it is what it is. Ooh, were those all level 1 links? Where's my 17? That is right, Toon. It's just the one that the game gave me. Because it gave me a Rainbow 17, I just kind of went, ooh, a Rainbow 17, and jumped straight in. I didn't actually check the link levels or anything, unfortunately. Although, that does mean we did get away with not doing the Dokkan attack. So now we got this rather spicy rotation. The Rainbow Friend, I can't believe he's at level 1 links, though. That's so disappointing. Like... oh well. It is what it is. What can you do? So, we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Yeah, Wild Toon has appeared. Yeah, everything's going pretty well. I think I am actually not going to hit the nodes here. I want to do as little damage as possible because I want Super 17 to get these extra hits, and then obviously the 17s that we're not going to fuse, that we're now keeping together as a rotation, they're going to be able to keep stacking attacks, so I obviously want them to be able to get as many extra attacks as possible. But look at this, like 17, this is my biggest problem with this unit, is when you get him out, he's good. It just takes so goddamn long, and the rest of his team sucks. I feel like this is actually the secret. I feel like I've unlocked the key now. Is that you just have the two 17s on rotation together and try and get one of them to fuse as quickly as possible. And then the other rotation, you use Piccolo Jr. and somebody else, right? Like AGL Metal Cooler or the LR Metal Cooler. The only problem, of course, is, yeah, this rotation is... If Metal Cooler gets supered, we will die, like, immediately. And then, of course, the problem is if Raccoon and Guldo don't guard in the last slot, then we die if they get supered. So, there's a lot of variables here. Because, like, physical Metal Cooler is still pretty good. But because he's not an android, he's only getting the 170 lead from this team as well. Yeah, so we take double digits from normal attacks. Okay, good. Now, Piccolo Jr., if we could... Probably would be good if he takes a super hit, if he gets multiple super attacks, but... Alright, good. So up to 6.1. Again, like, this is my Piccolo at 55% on a 170 lead. Like, that's pretty good, I think. And there, yeah, there's the triple super turn. So, Hunter Iggy. What was the question? When the new Turles comes to global, should they put infinite stacking defense? I mean, that would be cool, but they won't change him. I mean, if they didn't change 17, they won't change Turles. Because Turles is better than 17, like, easily. So, yeah, Turles. I'm actually hyped for Turles. I'm so, like, I don't want to get on my high horse, but I say this every time when people start going crazy when the details for a unit come out on Twitter. And I say, like, every single time without fail, let's wait and see what the unit looks like in-game first. And now that we've actually seen a ton of the, like, gameplay of him, I think he's actually really good. Like, he's a crazy damage-dealing unit. He's not... Like, you don't bring him on the team to tank super attacks. Like, he is not a defensive unit. He is an offensive unit. And he is a pretty good offensive unit, I think. So, I definitely will be summoning for him when he comes to global. I probably will even chase Dukes, whereas, like, I was so disappointed with this 17 that he absolutely was just like a one and done for me. I pulled my one copy, I stopped summoning. When we got the top grossing, even though it was only 7 stones, I decided in honour of 17 I would do another multi on the banner, but it was only one. And I pulled another copy of Dr. Gero and Mew, so they are now 90% for me. But we did not get another copy of the androids. Yeah, my Piccolo's only 55% because I just did not get very lucky on his banner. I rainbowed Krillin before I pulled my first copy of Piccolo. And then on Goku's banner I got fairly lucky but only pulled one copy. And so I basically used all of the rest of the stones like summoning for Piccolo. I knew that was going to happen though. God damn it. They're dead now. Bruh. How much? 880k. So yeah, Gero and Mew stay being absolute frauds, but as you can see, Piccolo Jr. is actually pretty good on this team, so I guess I just have to find someone to change out Dr. Mew and Dr. Gero, but other than that, I feel like this is actually probably one of the better builds of this team. So yeah, I think we'll have to think of someone else to sub them out for. But let me know what you guys think of Piccolo on this team. Again, mine being 55%. If he had dupes, I mean, he would be pretty crazy on this team, I think. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. That has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.